All right, guys, brought the Holy Grail video to you yesterday of the Squarebody. So just going through some documents. There is a big privacy thing that we have to be very touchy about these days. And unfortunately, with these older vehicles, we do like the documentation to go with it. I just can't leave it in the truck so everybody can thumb through it. So I have gone through it. I actually found the seatbelt manual. I actually found the 1982 purchase date for the truck. Got all the documents that do pertain to the truck in one piece here, all the registration stuff. And the cool caveat to this one is a couple inspection stickers here and there, but you can see state of Oklahoma, $9,911 for this truck. So it was a very well optioned truck. Will it clear? There you go. I did take his private information out. $9,911, 10/26/1982, which matches that date, basically when they registered it about 30 days later. Everything good. And we have each of these, each registration for every year of its life. I didn't check every single one from 1982 forward, but there's 30 of them here or more. So every registration from the state of Oklahoma. But $9,911, that's pretty crazy. We're getting ready to go jump in it, and we're actually driving down to the Chevrolet dealer. Go kind of mess with those guys a little bit about it, and we got to look at a truck while we're down there. So we got to go that way anyway. So we're going to do your driving video. Check it out. All right, guys. So we did the video yesterday, and you guys obviously liked it. But we used the word Holy Grail, and I probably used that word a little bit out of context after thinking about it. Survivor was the word I was looking for. But Holy Grail, that's cool too. But Holy Grail would probably more be like something that's super unusual and super rare, which it is. How are you going to find another one? But they did make a lot of K20 trucks. What I probably should have used the word was survivor. Probably the best example of a survivor. And the reason for that again is this is a long bed pickup truck. This was not bought by somebody wanting to have a sports car or a sporty pickup truck. This was bought by somebody that wanted to go haul wood, logs, everything else. But we've got it out. Unfortunately, it's not sunny today, but the sun is trying to break through. And you can kind of see a little better how original this truck is. Again, I was looking through the paperwork because I wanted to see, and he says he can find it and get it to me, about the pinstripe, because I like to know what stuff like that cost back then. I know what it costs today, but what did these little things cost back then? Pretty darn cool. But Survivor, I have to say this has got to be the best Survivor K20 on the planet that was actually driven. That wasn't put away, that wasn't bought brand new and parked. This truck was driven. And we did find some paperwork also basically solidifying the mileage, which is another thing that's impossible to do with these old trucks. You go online, you see a lot of them for sale, and they say they got 50 or 60,000 original miles. Unless the original owner bought it, documented every inspection, there's really no way to validate mileage. We know this one has 115,000 miles. Because of the fact we got paperwork to that effect. Could it have 415,000? Absolutely. We've got 2024 models out here that already have 100,000 miles on them. People drive a lot. But for this to have that low of miles, yes, that is low miles, and to be in this shape and actually was driven and be in this condition, that's the part that's impressive. So let's get in and go for a drive. It's a little brisk, hope the heat works. Seat belt on for safety. Boom. Look at the seat belts. Crazy nice. Parking brake works great. Even the little light works on the dash for the parking brake. Now's not the time to stall out while doing a video. The Fall Guy truck is the other manual shift 4-speed truck that I've driven a lot recently. And the only complaint on that truck is it does have a little bit of a squeaky pedal. This one doesn't even have a squeaky pedal. It goes through the gear like butter. This isn't going and grinding and acting all stupid. I engaged the 4-wheel drive in the showroom the other day. Pulled right into gear nice and smooth as it could. The brakes aren't making any funny noises. It's not pulling. It's got a real heavy ply set of tires, which are very error correct on this truck. We're going to check the gauges here in a second, but the voltage gauge is working, oil pressure gauge is working, temperature gauge should start to come up here in a minute, and the clock, check out the clock. The clock is actually still kicking along. Now, I do believe we're going to have to check out the gas gauges. I had my uncle fill them up. It is showing full, but it's a little past full, which is typically the sign that there could be a ground problem. Told you guys we're going to send it to Kenny, and I think Kenny can obviously figure that out. While we're in here, you can peek under that dash one more time. She's pretty crisp. Yeah, heat works good. Yeah, as soon as that thermostat opened, we're going to kick that off there. We're going to be sweating in here. Temperature gauge is starting to come up. The heat is definitely working very well. And we did try the AC. We had a decent temperature day. And my uncle ran through that, checked the AC out. That's working and operating. Again, downshifting, no noise. And I actually talked to my guy down here at the Chevrolet deal. He doesn't know I'm driving this truck down here right now, so he's going to be a little surprised when we pull up. But lo and behold, he has a couple factory bumpers, and we're going to be able to get a hold to him, which is really, really, really cool. From GM, in the box still, and he's been with GM for a long time. So we'll ask him about the rear bumper. And from what he said was, and what I remember was, again, it's before my era, I wasn't buying brand new square bodies back in the day, is most of the trucks had the option. You could have and this year, it would have had a bumper that looks like the front bumper. We call it a blazer bumper on the back. Smooth across, no step. Most people want a step bumper because they wanted to use their truck as a truck. And in that being said, you had a chrome and you had a painted. I think a lot of people ordered without, and that was on aftermarket, without a bumper, and then put the bumper they wanted on. And I believe that's probably what's happened with this particular truck. But we'll get a little bit more clarity on that from our man down here. And any of you guys that are local will already know who we're talking to. He's been in the business for a long time. Also, while we're driving this truck, as you'll notice, I'll even take this off. What you don't hear is any wind noise. You might hear us running to the back of a car, but you don't hear any wind noise in this vehicle at all, which is impressive. Very impressive. All the door seals, everything is just as tight as it can be. So we'll pull up to the Chevrolet dealer now and check it out. All right, guys, we pulled up at the Chevrolet dealer and we couldn't even get through the parking lot without having paparazzi come around.
Where you take your picture, babe?
Man, I'm on the warning signs. It's a nice old car. Huh? You just get this? Wow. Oh man, I remember the thing for the
Cargo lamp.
Yeah.
Let's see if it works.
Yeah. Somebody
Check that out.
it in the bin.
It had a roll bar. We took it out.
I was late.
Yep.
You gotta remember the fall guys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So what do you think about that rear bumper?
That's not factory.
Well, no, it's not factory.
Yeah, but they came like that. They're the same type of top, but they want that long.
Right.
They want that tall.
Right.
Yeah.
The more rounded style.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit longer too.
Yep.
Came out a little bit more. That bitch is bad.
You say
Very
you got a
nice,
price
huh?
on it? No.
Priceless.
You gonna keep
Priceless.
that
Priceless.
Everything. Has it got two tanks?
2 tanks. They both work.
Man, God.
Got the package tray behind the seat.
How about that? Yeah, the dual tanks is the deal.
That thing right there, make it clear.
It's probably original paint.
It is original paint.
Wow. I know. How many miles on it?
So that was the question. It shows 14 on the dash, and we went through the paperwork, so 114, which is still silly low.
Yeah, it really is.
Yep. Yep, got all the chalk marks still in place over here, all the little wafer washers.
So it's a late one because it's got a 5.7.
Well, it's 3/4 ton.
Yeah.
Yep, 3/4 ton.
Isn't that something? Somebody put new wires all on it. Packer. Yeah. This is nice.
You think you sold this one new?
I could have. I ain't gonna lie, I sold a bunch of them.
We know that.
I really did.
We knew that.
I sold a whole lot of them.
It's a good driving truck.
I bet. I love them things.
We need you to trade some of these in down here so we can come get them.
But you know the sad part? I cut up a bunch of them.
Yeah, all of us did. All of us did. Yep, all of us did for sure. That's a pretty cool piece.
I think we got 3 or 4 of them on the farm up there. Still got decent pieces to them. We could run the crap out of them.
Yeah, hard to find them like that. She came down the road just smooth, perfect.
Yeah.
My buddy Moody got mad at one of them, ran in the pond. He put a brake on the accelerator and rolled out the truck, and it ran in the pond. It's still there.
Yeah.
Tighten up or something, ain't
Little clip.
it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Clip on it.
That's fine.
Yep. That's a nice one. So we could probably trade even for a 2025 model, right?
Hey, look, getting your price on the Stingrays Day. He's
All
gonna
right.
he's gonna give you a deal on it.
Okay.
He told me this morning that he ain't forgot about you. He's gonna
Okay.
give you a deal on it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Look how clear that is.
Oh yeah.
Look there.
And all the
All the accessories.
look.
Yeah.
Did it come from here?
No, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Please keep in vehicle all times.
You know what's surprising in Oklahoma? It ain't got hail damage on it.
Yeah, that's true, but it was indoors. That's the only way it survived so good.
I knew that was right.
Because my wife's from Oklahoma, and all her family, every vehicle they got's got hail damage, on
Mhm.
it, even a brand new one.
Yep. The only paint work he said was, his dad bought it new, was a ding that the transporter put in on the passenger side, and they had to fix that before they picked it up in 83 or 82. So I don't know where that was or what it was, but the rest of it's all original paint.
Damn. I think I got a set of them caps at home too.
Well, good. We're going to need those when we get those bumpers.
You can get them.
All right.
You can have them.
All right.
Glad. I'd love for you to have them. Shit.
Yep. We'd love to have them.
Yeah. I'll get my son to dig them out.
Well, this is a historian. He was selling Model A's and T's
No.
when they came out, but
No.
he was the Chevy version. What does Chevy have?
Chevrolet.
Chevrolet. So he's from the 30s and 20s. And
That's me.
Yeah.
But hey, look, my first deal here, I used to kept all the bullpen cars,
yeah,
and your dad would come in and buy like you did the
yeah,
other day.
yeah,
Exact same
Yep.
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, about 8 or 10 at a time.
yeah. We've done a lot of business over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the pinstripe's not right, but that was factory installed. It didn't have a pinstripe, and he had that done at the dealer.
Isn't that cool?
Yep.
Wow, I love
Neat
it.
truck.
God,
Neat truck.
that'll go quick.
Yeah, we might have to keep it around for a little while though.
Yeah.
We can't replace it.
I know.
We can get plenty of these. We can't get any more of these.
Right, you're exactly right.
All
I
right.
had one of those.
Yep.
That's badass.
Thank you, Charlie. See you in a little bit. Well, as y'all can see, that was a surprise. He did not know we were rolling up. Worked out pretty good, though. It's cool when somebody can appreciate something so original and give their 2 cents on it like that. So, AJ over there checking his hair, checking his makeup. And we've been doing a lot of business with Charlie over the years and with this dealership up here. Like we've brought you guys before, we get a lot of trade-ins and other things. They don't trade anything like this, though. We could put this out on the front line. I think somebody would come along and buy it before they bought any of these 2025 models. And I think it'd be a more dependable truck for somebody. So, cool little driving video of this truck. We got to run a couple errands. Go try to burn a little fuel, check these gauges, because I do want to make sure whether they are or whether they are not operating properly. Then it's off to Kenny. We'll try to drop it off later today and let him go over it with a fine-tooth comb, as he always does, and see if it holds a candle to anything that he has seen in the world of a four-wheel drive. Now, we are going through a two-wheel drive right this minute, which does hold a candle to it. We've put a couple teasers. We'll bring you guys a full video on that. Probably, and y'all heard me too, I was trying to go to low. You only really use low from a dead standstill takeoff. You can't downshift to it. But we do have a two-wheel drive that we're going to bring you guys. It's going to blow your mind. And it is as well documented as this. It is a single owner. It is original paint. It is original interior. Kenny has gone over it for some mechanical restoration. But other than that, she's pretty spot on. So thanks for riding along, guys. Beautiful day for a little drive. Look at this thing going down the road, just straight as an arrow. Can't ask for any more. So we'll go slip over here, drop by a couple other spots we got to go to, and man, this is the one. And for those of you that think I used the word Holy Grail wrong, I guess it's all in interpretation, but survivor. That's the proper word. And if I did YouTube videos all day and wrote myself a script, I probably wouldn't screw up on stuff like that. But unfortunately, we had to run a business, multiple businesses, deal with a lot of things during the day, a lot of other stuff other than just these square bodies, which are fun for us and a blast to play with. But more to come on this one. We still don't have a name for her. Old Betsy sounds good. I don't know. Keep on sending some names. We'll find one that sticks with this old girl. And we're going to keep on driving and enjoying her just like the original owner did. So thanks a lot, guys. Click and subscribe. We'd appreciate a thumbs up. And any of you that are not subscribed, we really would appreciate you to subscribe, because we like to grow the following and we like to bring you guys good content. Thanks a lot.